Hi guys, I'm back. This is like the fourth time I've tried to do this video, and I've always either I mess up on something or I don't know. I honestly do not know. Alright, so it's been 3 days since the Dragon Queen has been released, and I will tell you right off the bat, I have not made a single sale on that book. It's not like the last two books where I at least got like one buyer or like a couple people checked it out on Kindle. I have not gotten a single buyer. So I'm not going to harp about it at all because I did not write this book to make a shit ton of money. I wrote the book because I wanted to try my hand at fantasy and see if I had a story that people were going to enjoy. But I will say this, there is probably a good reason for this. One, I do have dragons in this book, though they really don't appear in it, just as the title. The second book is actually going to actually have dragons in it, though not a whole bunch, just a couple. I will tell you about that one. Let you guys know that that is actually going to be in the second book, because where she goes is a guild where there are dragons. So that guild is actually going to help her to master her ability to change from what people look at her as to what she actually is, and everything. So, yeah. So, for people that may not know, I am currently writing a book called The Shadow King, and I have actually, it's been March, so this is like the end of July. And that was because I sort of got so busy with working mornings that when I got home, I just did not have the energy to write. So I will actually be going back and rereading what I wrote so I can get back on the train and all that. So that is what I'm going to do there. So for people that want to know, The Shadow King is the first in 3 books in the trilogy series. This is about a girl who is a dragon mage. She's actually born one. You are born a dragon mage. You do not have to. You're not like, you don't get shipped off to like a master to learn to be one. You're born one. You're born out of flames and fire, flames and ash and sorcery and all that type of stuff. So I am going to, as she progresses on the book, she's going to learn more about her abilities and all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's basically about her. And she bonds with a dragon who's this, young one. And the thing about it is, in this world, it is only royalty and dragon mages that can actually ride dragons. It is not like Fourth Wing or all that, where you're recruited in the military and all that type of stuff. Now, I will warn people, and I'm guessing, people loved Game of Thrones and the scenes that it had in it. But I gotta warn people that there is going to be torture and rape and all that horrible stuff that we don't like to read. We don't like in public, but we read about it in books. So yes, I'm putting all that stuff in there. I'm creating this very dark and bleak world. At least I hope it's dark and bleak, and I don't be accused of like, oh, she promised a dark and bleak world and this is way too sunny. Like, no, it actually is not sunny. But there is, the king has enslaved the people that he's conquered, and there is a lot of slavery in this book. And that is because that is what that country basically does, is they enslave all the people below them. So there's a lot of like bigotry and hatred and all that type of stuff in the book. But that book is not coming out for a while. I am actually just slowly going to be working my way back through it. And once it is ready, I'm going to hopefully, find a cover artist who will do the book. And since there's only 3 of them, he or she doesn't really have to do that. This is only going to be available on Kindle, because all of the artwork that this one website has is all ebook edition. So yeah. Now there's some artists that if you pay extra, they will actually do a physical one, and I kind of want to assess like if you know, the ebook editions sell good. But I may just go ahead and just have them do a physical one, just in case the ebook sales are good. That way I can produce a physical edition of that book. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. But, you know, I am up against a lot of fantasy authors that have been doing this a lot longer than I have, and a lot better than I have. And they also have teams and money and all that type of stuff. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be it's a challenge to break into fantasy. It's easier to break into cozy mysteries, but it is a lot harder to break into fantasy. So yeah. So the if I repeat myself, I'm sorry. The first book is the Shadow King. The second book is the Shadow Queen. The Queen is more sadistic than her husband. Trust me. I do not have a title for the third book. So yeah, we'll see how people like it when it comes out. I'm hoping to release it in 2026 or 2027. That's just how much I'm going to be really hoping that I can get all the darkness and the bleakness and the torture and all that stuff, and the hope. We have to have hope that I can possibly put into a book. Alright, tomorrow is the 1st of August. Tomorrow I have a video for I already have a video up for tomorrow. It's going to be available for you to watch. Tomorrow is going to be the beginning of me writing Murder on the Menu. So we'll see what happens. So I will see you guys around. Bye.